All right, so you're asking yourself, how am I going to find a job? Well, whether you're brand new to the job field, you just out of college or high school, whether you're looking for a new career, doesn't really matter. The first thing I want you to stop thinking is, how do I find a job? That's the wrong question, because you don't just want a job. You don't just want any job. What you actually want is the right job. The worst thing you can do is simply accept what happens to fall into your lap. Oh, this guy happens to be hiring, let me go there. The more you do that, the more your resume is broken, the more unhappy you are, and the more you have no control over your career. You will feel lost, and when you can't find the next job, you will feel even worse about yourself. The hardest part about finding a job is if you don't do it well, it can actually break your psyche. You can fall into a pattern of not being able to work anymore. We don't want that. So instead, first thing, think about what you actually want to do. Whether you want to work in a certain field, do you want to do something, you want to work with people, you want to work inside, outside, all those different things. There are several ways of making this happen, but a simple way is talk to your friends. They know you, your family, whoever cares about you. Have a conversation. Figure out what you like. Once you figure that out, then start thinking about how can I get in front of the right people. There are 3 parts to actually finding a job. One is getting in front of the right people. Networking. I know that sounds tough, but it's the right answer. Get in front of the right people. The second thing, though, is having the right type of resume and cover letter, put it together. But to be forward, it's not as important as it used to be. The resume cover letter piece is actually a secondary piece. Most jobs now, since 2008, for sure, have been gotten somehow through networking, through meeting the right people and referring people to each other. So you gotta meet the right people. Second part is a resume. And the last one is your interview skills. Interviewing also matters. How you come across. That's what actually gets you the job. You might think, but Larry, I have experience, or I have a degree, or I have these cool things. If you can't interview well, you are going to struggle, no matter what your credentials are or what experience you've had. So let me cover all 3 real fast. You decide you want to work in marketing. You like marketing, it's exciting and it's sexy. That's great, good for you. You need to be getting around marketing people. Network around people who are marketing. Get out there and go to trade associations. Get out there and go to your local meetings where you know marketing people are around. If a specific company is having an event, go to the event. Meet those people. Why? Here's the reason why. Because if you meet those people and they like you, you can now use their names in your cover letter. You can use their names when you're interviewing. If they begin to tell you about the company or problems in the industry or what's happening in their world, you can then use that when you're meeting other people, when you're on interview, when you're writing your cover letter. All those things come into play. So networking around the people, even if you're not in that industry yet, is going to help you tremendously. Hopefully they'll recommend you to a company even better. All right, now you've got a company you've targeted or a job you've targeted. Awesome. Send the resume in there and of course a cover letter. Well, Larry, they don't ask for a cover letter. Then put it in the email. A cover letter, and be clear about this, a cover letter needs to be an emotional letter that says why this job or this company is important to you. Yes, I said emotional, but Larry, this is professional, and everyone's professional. So don't be everyone. Don't be vanilla when you can be Rocky Road. Rocky Road tastes much better than vanilla. I don't care what you think, I'm right. Rocky Road's awesome. So you should be Rocky Road if you possibly can. So instead, be emotional. Say why you like a company, why you're excited. And in the cover letter, you can mention things that you know are happening in the field. How would you know? You've been networking. You've met people. You can say you've heard someone talk about it. That's why you want to be here at this company or in this specific job or position. The resume itself, your resume is not who you are. Your resume is a marketing piece. That's all it is. The job of a resume is to get you an interview. So many people think it's something else. Oh, it's going to get you the job. No, it's not. Oh, it has to be who you are. No, it doesn't. It simply has to be a list of your accomplishments, not your duties, not your experience. That's boring. I don't want that. I want what you've done, what you've achieved with numbers and people and name drops and stuff like that. It's a marketing tool. I also want to make sure you have something personal in your resume. Even if it's just hobbies, that's fine. You want to be human in your resume. And make sure there is a link to your LinkedIn profile. You want to be able to be found online so people know you are tech savvy. And the last part becomes the interview. The interview. If you are answering all the questions, you are losing. That is not the right answer. You want your interview to be a conversation. You want to go there to your interview with questions that you want to ask, but not waiting until the end. You want to have those questions up front, in the middle. This should be a back and forth. If you're afraid to ask questions, they think you're afraid to be there. Ask questions up front. Hey, how are you? Shake hands, have the conversations. Hey, I have a couple of questions. Can I ask you? Is it okay? Use your own personality. It should be a back and forth. If they're asking and you're just answering, you're just another applicant. And if they have lots of them, you're losing. Be personable and professional. Everyone's professional. That's not impressive. Be that, but also be personal. In the end, be positive. Wrap it up with things like, you know what? What's our next step? So, how are you going to find a job? Stop looking for any job. Start realizing what you want to do. Take it seriously. Spend the time being with the right people so that you can be both professional and personable. If you can be both, you can get that right job. Hope that was helpful. If you want a whole lot more tips, click the link below.